Hey guys, Dave Rogenmoser here. I just wanted to film this quick 10-minute video to say thank you for being in our programs, being on our email list, and just give you something of straight value that I've never shared with anybody else. And so in this video, I'm just going to kind of break down my personal 4-stage growth plan that we have to build a $100 million business and beyond. Just kind of share a little bit of what my entrepreneurial journey has been. So this is just personal, something that I've had written down in my journals and on private notepads for a while now. I just thought I'd put together to make a really cool video and hopefully inspire you and help you think about how you can grow your business much further than it already is. And so I've kind of got this entrepreneurial crisis going on that I struggle to be content with where I am, and I long for bigger and better things. So it sometimes makes it tough to be where I'm at now. And here's a picture of me on the left there with my two business partners, JP in the middle, and then Chris on the right there, and then myself with my wife, Amanda. We got married about 3.5 months ago, which is exciting. This is us in a yurt. And so I've got these great people around me. I've got this great team. And yet I'm in this crisis at times where I just want to be further along than I am. And I worry about, does what I'm doing today lead to where I want to go? Because about a year and a half ago, I was flying on an airplane, listening to a podcast, and somebody challenged me to think about my business destiny. What was I born to do in this? And I pulled out a note card out of my little briefcase and scratched this out after kind of thinking and praying about it and said, I want to equip aspiring entrepreneurs to do meaningful work and live fulfilling lives. And this has resonated with me ever since then. I still have the note card. I look at it. This has resonated with me that I don't just want to make money. I don't just want to build a business, but I want to impact people. And so how does what I'm doing today do that? Well, what I found helps me is breaking my dream down into 4 stages has helped solve my discontentment. It's helped me kind of alleviate the crisis and say, okay, I can work on step 1 today or stage 1 today because I know how it's all going to unfold here. And so I just want to show you guys what those 4 stages are for me. Hopefully get you thinking about your business and yeah, just be kind of open here. And the goal of each stage of these 4 stages is to gain enough capital, skills, and influence to be successful at the next stage. Just so you know how I'm thinking about each one of these stages, I'm trying to unlock the stage after that by having capital, skills, and influence. So stage 1 is information business. This is where we're at right now. And our goal is to grow our information business to $100,000 a month of consistent profit. This is after all expenses. I'm not talking revenue here. I'm talking money that we can take and actually put towards stage 2. And the way we're going to do this is just through one funnel that has multiple offers on it. I've played the funnel game a lot. We've got more funnels in our ClickFunnels account than I know what to do with, and most of them don't make any money. But when we build out one really good funnel, it makes all the money. So all we're doing is building one funnel here that's going to have multiple offers in it, and we need to track our metrics religiously so we have proper scaling data. So we're very exact on our metrics, or exact as we can be, because we know that gives us the data to fly. And this is really mostly going to be grown through paid Facebook ads. We have built our entire business just running Facebook ads to offers, and it works very well. That's how we've grown faster than most people. I think there are a few people that I was kind of running around with at the very beginning that are probably at the level we're at today. And I don't say that to boast or anything. It's just we've paid for it through Facebook, and that's worked really well. And so if you're kind of struggling, just know that Facebook ads can buy you out of it if you have a good offer there. So we're going to do this through, I said, multiple different offers through one funnel. And here's kind of the 4 different levels of price points we're going to have available in this. We've kind of got our low end continuity offer. This is opening up on November 1st, the Entrepreneur Alliance at $30 to $60 a month. Going to be very, very cool stuff in there, but more to come on that later. Our Facebook Ads Mastery is kind of our low-end offer, $97 to $197. This is jam-packed everything that we have learned with Facebook ads. We got our Webinar Bootcamp. It's kind of our flagship premier product. This is what we are working in every day, thinking about creating great new content for. That's $997 to $1997. It's kind of the price points that falls in. And then we've got at the high end our masterminds, our events, different maybe consulting or coaching gigs. That'd be $3,000 to $25,000 up there. And those are probably not really advertised publicly. You probably have to be in one of the other programs to even know about those. But that's kind of the high end of that. So through a variety of these different offers and different levels here with different angles for various people, we're going to get to $100,000 a month of just consistent profit. And we're going to systemize that as best we can and kind of, take that money, that capital, that influence, and those skills that we learned from growing that business. And we're going to transition it into stage 2, which I'm really excited about. We're already kind of dipping our toe in there a bit with software business. And so we're going to take those profits and invest it into software development. My partner, JP, is amazing at building software. And so we're going to build a great team around him to go disrupt some other software businesses. And so the goal here is to create software generating about $150,000 a month to $500,000 a month. And we want to ultimately sell this. So we're not going to be able to sell the info business. We just don't even want that out of the information business. We're going to use that for cash flow, but this is going to be a sellable asset. And so we'd love to sell this business at 4 to 8 times yearly revenue. That would be a really good multiple to get. I think on average, last I checked, about 4.5 times was kind of an average multiple, but I think we can beat that because we're not average. And so example here is if we're generating $30,000 or $300,000 a month, times 12 months times 6 as the multiple, that gives us a $21 million valuation. So I want to have between a $20 million and $100 million valuation for this company. And we can really increase that valuation, increase that multiple by decreasing our churn rates, making sure that people are staying on our products week after or month after month, increasing our lifetime value by having upsells and various levels, and also, decreasing the churn helps that. And then rapid growth. Companies that are growing faster get better multiples and sell for more. And so we think we've got the ability as marketers to grow fast, and we can probably outgrow most of our competitors really by using the skills that we've learned from growing an information business here. And so some ways that we're doing that, first of all, we can create software that solves problems for our audience. I think we've had over 31,000 people opt in to our various email lists and offers and everything, and they all have problems that we can solve as marketers and people that are in the information space. We see those problems. So we created PayFunnels, which is an amazing invoicing software to make sending and receiving invoices and taking payments through Stripe a lot easier for people. And then also InstantWebinar.io is a software that we've been kind of looking at developing. We actually built this like a year ago, and made over 400,000, I think, in our business through running webinars, selling 6K success through InstantWebinar.io, which JP built. We kind of put it on pause for about 6 months, but we're looking at, now kind of rebooting that because there's some technical problems with evergreen webinars that make them not convert very well. And we think we can solve that through some really, really cool features, integrations with Slack. And I don't know, I'll tell you about that another time, guys. But really, we want to kind of put ourselves in position to be on the front lines for artificial intelligence and chatbot technology. We want to, be there, ready to go as AI starts to become available for the mainstream. So right now AI is out there, but you got to have a whole bunch of data scientists to really tap into that. But here in a year or two, it's going to be available for the mainstream, and we want to be on the front lines because I think a lot is going to change at that point. So all this takes us into stage 3. So we now have $20 million to $100 million from that. The information business is probably still running by somebody else managing it at that point. And now we're going to take all this and invest into other companies, find companies that we basically look at and we say, wow, we know the answer here. We know the problem, whether this is e-commerce businesses or service businesses or other information businesses or tech businesses. We'll do this through creating, Entrepreneur Alliance incubators and Entrepreneur Alliance houses, which is basically a bunch of houses that we dream about all over the world that are filled with entrepreneurs that have great ideas, and we could support them and take equity in them. And then, we kind of, our goal is to grow our wealth in the form of equity and assets, and have things that are going to grow, without us at 15 to 20, 25% growth year over year. The opportunity is really big doing that. And so we want to kind of get more into the investing at stage 3. And then we want to take all of that, all the capital, skills, and influence, and invest significantly to grow our brand and reach to the outside world. So that's outside of our little Facebook groups and our little internet marketing entrepreneur world here. Grow out there. And so our goal is to make sure that every could be and should be entrepreneur makes it, that they have the support, the mentorship, the money that they need to actually make it. I think there's too many of us that felt, kind of left behind in school, or school didn't support our dreams. We've kind of had to learn all of our entrepreneurial skills and get our support through other channels, guys. And I don't want that to be the case. That upsets me, and I wish that weren't the case. And so we have visions of helping to kind of disrupt or reform the current school system and say, hey, you're really good at creating employees, but what about the rest of us that need help becoming entrepreneurs? We want to build thousands of entrepreneur houses all over the world where entrepreneurs out of high school or college or mid-20s can come and live for 9 months to a year, be around other brilliant people, have mentors in the city that are coming to the house and helping guide and mentor them, and just making sure that all of the people that should be mentors do become mentors. I think that would have a massive impact on the world, and we'll kind of get this influence out there through, I don't know how it'll be. This is a long way out. Well, it's not a long way out, but the full fruition of it is a long way out. We're working on this right now. But TV, being New York Times bestseller, having documentaries, a variety of different stages. But we want to make sure this makes it to the mainstream, guys. And so there you have it. That is our 4 stages of growth. I mean, we probably hit $100 million, maybe at the end of stage 2 here, but then we are really growing with a variety of different companies in stage 3, and stage 4 really is kind of the fulfillment of that note card there. But I'm also not waiting till stage 4 to invest in entrepreneurs now to make sure that people are living fulfilled lives, guys. I'm doing that here today. And so if you guys want to stay in touch, learn more about kind of this vision that I have of the Entrepreneur Alliance, I would love to have people who resonate with this message head over to pivotandscale.com/the alliance and get on the wait list. We're launching on November 1st, and it is going to be amazing. This is going to be, part of my life work here, and it's going to be entrepreneurs from all over the world coming together to be generous to each other, to make sure we're doing business with integrity, to help each other up, and ultimately go back and help all the entrepreneurs that should be entrepreneurs. Because if you're like me, it's hard getting going, and we need to go find our people that are out there in the world and make sure they get our support. And so, hey, thanks so much. You're listening this far. I'm so thankful to have you guys here. Thanks again for being on our email list, for joining our programs. We love you guys. We are in it to serve you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys who opt in at the Alliance. All right. Thanks so much, guys.